welcome to Star Codes. This is Tania Gabrielle, Wealth Astro-Numerologist, and I'm so excited to welcome you to this weekly podcast where we focus at an upcoming Astro-Numerology event to help us navigate the cosmic energies in the most positive way possible. And we're going to look at the Gemini new moon today. It's a really positive new moon, except for one transit that we're going to focus on as well, to Neptune. But in general, a truly uplifting experience. And it is exact on June 18th, 5:37 a.m. That's in London Universal Time, 12:37 a.m. Eastern New York, and 9:37 p.m. on June 17th, Pacific Time, LA. And of course, you don't need to be a Gemini to benefit from this forecast. This forecast is for everyone because you have Gemini, and of course, the new moon is happening somewhere in your astrology birth chart. So this forecast impacts everyone. Now, Gemini is the sign of activity, of motion, of curiosity, communication skills, facts and information, media, writing, speaking, words. And so it's very effective at helping us listen, teaching, understanding different viewpoints, staying neutral. Gemini represents the twins, so the ultimate experience of Gemini is to be able to gather in all the data and stay neutral about it. The awareness of options, variety, enjoying the moment, ingenuity, and we also have relationships covered, relationships that are in our general area, like neighbors and schoolmates and roommates. They're also covered by Gemini. Now, the ruler of Gemini is Mercury, and Mercury figures greatly in this forecast because Mercury is creating three aspects. It's exactly sextile to Venus, exactly sextile to Mars. Venus and Mars are conjunct during this new moon, which is highly fortunate. And Mercury also is square to Saturn. And so with the ruler of the Gemini new moon making all these connections, your life and your ability to connect and communicate will be very much activated. Now, happening on the 18th of June in 2023 adds up to a 22 universal date. 22 is a master number. It's the architect of peace number. So this is a code of rest. 18 represents taking time to just daydream and rest more and focus on your health and relax. And then the 22 is about peace. So it is really a more slow, grounding numerology code, which is lovely because the actual astrology code is more active. Now, like I said, we're going to move in a second to the new moon, sun and moon being square to Neptune, which really heightens your emotional sensory perceptions, and you really need to stay grounded and add extra spiritual protection for this square. First, let's just look briefly at Mercury sextile Venus and Mars. This sextile to Venus is exactly at 11 degrees, and 11 is a master number of intuitive awareness and present moment awareness, being in the now moment, and therefore receiving incredible insights instantly at any moment. So with this sextile to Venus, planet of love, you can easily communicate with a lot of compassion and share love with people who are close to you and appreciate others with your language, with your words. And then you in turn will also be touched by other people's words, other people's display of affection. It enhances artistic gifts, gifts of communication, and it also enhances social interaction. Now, Mercury sextile Mars means you become more decisive about the ideas you have, and it enhances your intellect and concentration powers. And so it's a wonderful time to manifest your ideas, realize them, create them so that they become real. And you basically have the energy with Mars to achieve a lot. And Mercury square Saturn gives you a lot of concentration powers. You can work on projects that require a lot of intense focus and work. It is not necessarily good for negotiating, but there are other transits in place that actually balance that out. Now, the collective awakening is happening really rapidly at this time. And you may think that's not the case. I'm watching the news and I'm seeing unfolding world events, and they're not aligned with peace. They're not aligned with love and presence, which are the true reality. However, they are helping us to see what it is we don't want and truly bring energy forward to allow us to be very clear about where energy originates, how it impacts us, and what we choose moving forward. So this is actually a very important time. Whenever we see something that doesn't resonate with the divine, we are making a decision not to put our focus there. Whereas before we may have ignored it. Now we're saying no. So Neptune square the Gemini new moon, the sun and moon in Gemini, is saying relax, because everything is divinely taken care of. We're seeing that there's a divine plan for our awakening that initially shows us what we don't want, and it's proceeding perfectly. So Mother, Father, God's only will is that you love everything that is arising in your living awareness, your living consciousness. And that arising of love within you eradicates doubt. Right? Neptune square this new moon can bring doubts that you're clinging to, right? And in trusting the divine creator, you release those doubts. The divine creator's love for you is endless. It's infinite. It's eternal. It never ceases. It's totally impossible to be separate from the divine, because there's only one, there's only all, there's only everything that embraces us that has been created by the divine and continues to be created. So creation, like God, is an ongoing state of existence, and creation extends love all the time. It's the life force that brings vitality to everything. So the divine will of God is that we completely enjoy every moment of life and appreciate what has been lovingly created for us and is lovingly blessing us at all times. So this is our God-given inheritance, is the enjoyment of life. And it's fully available to us at any given moment because it's eternal. Now, Neptune square this Gemini new moon is a reminder that as humans, in actual physical form, we can get caught up in mind games. And by our own choices, we frequently allow what is not in alignment with love to confuse and distract us. And we have a choice. We can either choose love or we can choose fear. They're mutually exclusive. You can't choose one and have the other, in other words. So you can't engage with both at the same time, because fear is a choice to avoid and exclude engagement with love. And love is your only true nature. So when you choose fear, you feel separation. You feel completely divided within, confused, upset, doubtful. Fear encourages us to believe that life is unsafe, and it brings up thoughts of what if this happens, like any possible dangers to be aware of. And so our minds then feel obligated to prepare for this what if danger and, the worst that could happen. And this is really what fills us with anxiety. So we're putting ourselves in a frequency of separation by focusing on what might happen if, right? So the only choice you truly have to be in a place of peace is to choose love. So by choosing love, you disempower the ego. And then you find yourself at peace. You enjoy moments that are now moments. Your life unfolds flowingly following the plans that you individually designed before incarnating, plans you designed with divine guidance in order to experience a creative awakening in this lifetime. So you could assist others as well, and you may be amazed at how many people you are assisting who are deeply asleep within the illusion, more asleep than you are. And those plans that you designed with divine guidance before you were born, those plans are actually revealed in your divine blueprint. So this is where Astro-Numerology comes in, right? Because it literally has a map of your divine plan, the one you designed. It describes your destiny and your purpose. And if you want to know more about yours, I have a free masterclass at starcodeclass.com. It includes a handout. It basically covers your divine plan that you created with Creator at a very simple, beautiful level. And it helps you understand others' divine plan as well, so you're not in judgment of them. So enjoy that. Go discover your true purpose, your true destiny, your divine plan at starcodeclass.com. Now again, you're going to be amazed at how many people you're here to assist that are more in the illusion, more ingrained in it than you are. And remember, we're all one, right? So that means the collective awakening is for everyone without exception. You're completely free, and there's always going to be a small minority that decide that an awakening is not for them, and that that will be their choice, but that's not going to delay it, right? It's not going to delay it. The choice that they make does not mean either that they're not going to awaken eventually, because eventually the realization will dawn on them, and they can choose to allow it or not, right? But it'll dawn on them that love is the only reality. So no sentient being can be totally unaware and remain eternally unaware of this divine truth. And no one will be left behind. No one will be forgotten. No one will remain unseen, let alone be judged as unworthy of God's infinite love. So love cannot reject love, right? We are all coming from love. We are in love. We are created in love, and love cannot reject itself. And love is what all sentient beings are. So during this Gemini new moon, Neptune, planet of spirituality, of unconditional love, of we are all one energy, of beauty, of creativity, invites you to allow yourself some quiet time. Visit your daily holy inner sanctuary. Slow life down. Reality is slow. It's not fast moving. It's not distracting. It is a deep feeling within your body that you resonate with. It is subtle, and it requires you to take time out. And while you're there, feeling relaxed and at peace, feel the love flowing freely and beautifully, enveloping you, embracing you. And when you do that, you actually assist all life, all sentient life, to rapidly move forward with the awakening process. So as you deeply empower the intentions that you set daily to be only loving, whatever arises in your life, you are responding with love. You are then assisting in the rapid awakening that's happening on Earth. So remember to explore your own divine code, right? You have a divine destiny, a divine star code, and it was designed by you with the actual guidance of the divine. And you can do so at starcodeclass.com. So enjoy that free masterclass. Have a beautiful Gemini new moon. And I will see you in next week's Star Codes podcast. Lots of love.